old enough to remember this, it was a scary moment in history. If you relived it through movies and documentaries, it seems almost impossible to grasp. But imagine yourself there, standing right in the middle of where this horrific tragedy took place. Here's how to survive 72 hours in Chernobyl. In April of 1986, a reactor at Chernobyl's nuclear power plant exploded, killing 31 people and affecting about 115,000 people. But can you visit Chernobyl today? Are there mutant animals lurking in the area? What is the exclusion zone and why is it so dangerous? If you find yourself standing in one of the most polluted places in the world and you want to survive, follow these steps. Step 1. Know the symptoms. The good news is that you will not be in any immediate danger due to radioactive material. Most of the dangerous material has disappeared from the environment, and it is possible to visit Chernobyl today. In 2019, 124,423 people visited Chernobyl as tourists. Today, the amount of radiation you will be exposed to will be very similar to the radiation levels of a transatlantic flight. But other long-lasting radioactive elements, including strontium-90 and cesium-137, may be lingering around the exclusion zone in hotspots such as the Red Forest. The exclusion zone is an approximately 30-kilometer radius of land immediately surrounding the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, where radioactive contamination from nuclear fallout is highest. This area includes both parts of Belarus and Ukraine. Staff will check you for radiation exposure as you enter and exit the region and during the tour at random checkpoints to ensure you are safe. But it's a good idea to know all the symptoms of high exposure, including nausea, red skin, and tanned skin. If you observe any of these symptoms, get help and leave the area immediately. Step 2. Watch for hotspots. As you explore the area, be extra alert not to enter any hotspots. Do not touch anything during the official tour. Do not sit anywhere, and do not place any of your belongings on the ground. The soil in Chernobyl may still contain radioactive particles, and disturbing it may lead to you or others getting exposed to radiation. Should you be on the lookout for mutant animals roaming around the area? Shortly after the explosion, the pine forest near the plant pretty much died off as all the leaves turned red. That is how it got the name Red Forest. As for the animals, very few survived. Fast forward to today, and there is a resurgence of wildlife all around the area. You could find brown bears, bison, wolves, lynx, and more than 200 bird species there. Step 3. Stock up on food and water. Try to purchase enough food and water for your visit. If that is not an option, ensure you buy food from official establishments that sell healthy and preferably not radioactive food and water. Soon after the disaster, plant workers were exposed to radiation levels of 8,000 to 16,000 millisieverts. That much exposure is equivalent to 80,000 to 160,000 chest X-rays. Step 4. Cover your skin. Keeping your skin covered is generally a good idea. Wear long sleeves, long pants, and closed shoes. This will prevent higher exposure from radioactive material and reduce the possibility of skin damage. Step 5. Scrub. If you are exposed to radioactive material, it is crucial to remove it from your body as soon as possible. Or, in other words, decontaminate yourself. Remove the outer layer of your clothing, especially if it has been contaminated. Wash yourself off. Use soap and be very gentle. Do not scald, scrub, or scratch your skin. Your skin is protecting you from the radioactive material, so you do not want anything penetrating inside. Wash your hair with shampoo or soap. Do not use conditioner, as this will stick radioactive material to your hair. Keep cuts and abrasions covered at all times. You do not want any of the radioactive material getting into any open wounds. If you have clean clothes that have not been exposed to radioactive waste, change into them. So spending 72 hours at Chernobyl is possible, but it's important to respect the safety regulations in place. Stay with the tour guide, and knowing the risk of radiation will make this visit safer. Even today, the cleanup efforts continue at Chernobyl. The new safe confinement structure was completed in 2017 to contain the surroundings. the plant itself, and reduce environmental risks. It is a 110-meter-high arch covering Chernobyl's Unit 4 reactor and an old containment structure. The NSC is the largest movable land-based structure ever built. The eventual plan is to dismantle the old plant structure inside the NSC and remove the nuclear fuel. How would the nuclear fuel and radiation at Chernobyl compare to the most toxic lake on Earth? What if you fell into Lake Natron? Don't worry, we've got the perfect video to help you survive that. To be prepared and stay alive, keep watching How to Survive.